Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you those of you that are watching the replay. We're going to talk today all about the astrology of the new moon in Taurus, which is happening on May 19th. So that's this Friday. And what it all means, what are the aspects that are happening during this new moon, what Stargate energy is it activating, what's the Sabian symbol, the Chandra symbol, and then we'll go into the gene key at the very end. And tomorrow night at the same time, I will talk about the human design transit reading for the moon and how it is going to be affecting all of us collectively and individually in our charts based off of, what we have defined, what we don't have defined. And also with this moon, you want to look at where is Taurus in your chart, in your astrology chart, and that's where this is going to affect you. So let me say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Raven. Welcome in. Hello, Jill. Welcome in. Hello, Jeanette. Veronica is here. Welcome, welcome. Raven says the diamond of the self is the 8th gene key. Yes, exactly. Raessa, welcome in. Carmelola, good to see you. Maricela, good to see you here. And if you're in the chat but you haven't said hi yet, feel free to say hi. I always love to see who is here watching. So before we dive into the astrology, and I am going to share the chart on the screen, I do want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so you get notified of when I upload videos and when I go live. I usually go live, but every once in a while I do upload videos. Also, I invite you to download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It enters you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report. Hello, Cecilia. Welcome in. Yes. So we are going to dive into this moon energy. Let me actually do a little screen share. And I also want to invite you before that to our global community, to our Channel for Grace global community. This is the place where we have this really amazing interactive community where I host live events, free events. Our ceremonies and rituals for the new and full moons are hosted on there. I also we have yoga classes. I teach Kundalini yoga once a month inside the global community, and it is totally free to join. So I hope you guys come and join us there. This is also where I host all of my courses and my memberships. We have a couple of new actual things. The level 2 for the Moon Goddess training is now open for registration. If you completed level 1 last year, either in January or in April, you're eligible to sign up for level 2. And it's actually very exciting. We start June 10th. It's going to be amazing. And I'm also in the process of working on creating level 1 and level 2 as a self-study, self-paced course so that people can sign up for it whenever they would like to. And the other exciting thing is the Moon Goddess cohort. So if you did the Moon Goddess training, you can join us in the Moon Goddess cohort, which is a membership. It's only $9.99 a month. So far, we're meeting once a month, but we will be doing meditations together. And I'm sure there's going to be other events, maybe eventually do this meet more than once a month. But this is a place where you get to ask questions, get clarification about any of the topics that are covered in the Moon Goddess training, which I can tell you, it is extensive amounts of information. And in the very first meeting we had with the Moon Goddess cohort, we talked about the laws of the universe. We talked about how to apply them into our everyday life. We also talked about astrology, doing synastry charts, looking at what it all means, and then also Atlantean astrology, which is something that we learn and dive into in level 2. How that works and why you would use Atlantean astrology. So it was an awesome conversation. I had a blast, and I hope I see more of you guys in there the next time that we meet. It's available in our Mighty Networks platform. And if you want to join our community, just there's a link below that will take you to create your account, and then you can download the app and use it on your phone or device. And it's actually really amazing. So let's dive into this new moon. Thank you, Kim. Welcome, Kim, Sedona Horse Medicine. And thank you for posting up those links in the chat. I really appreciate it. So here we go. Here's our chart. We're going to look at this chart. We're going to analyze it and see what we got to deal with. So the first thing that's actually really significant about this new moon is that it is happening at 28 degrees. And 28 degrees is literally like 2 degrees away from the sun entering into the sign of Gemini. So this is very late in the degrees of Taurus that this moon is happening, meaning it's strong Taurus energy. In general, a new moon in Taurus or a moon in Taurus just in general is auspicious because the moon here is what we call in exaltation in astrology. It's like she's on vacation. So she just like loves being here. She feels like she can fully embody the Empress and enjoy the sensual side of life, the quality of life, the things that have actually true meaning and value to us. This moon can be very grounding and earthing and can help us set intentions to manifest because Taurus is about manifestation, especially with a new moon energy, which is all about setting intentions. There are some really important things. Oh, hey, Deb, I didn't even say hi. And Cecilia, hello, hi. Thanks for coming in. But there are some important aspects that are going on during this moon that are really significant to look at. But that's the first one, is that it's happening at the very late degrees of Taurus. So that's really interesting. It is also in a stellium with Uranus, Mercury, the North Node, and Jupiter. So Jupiter right now is at 29 degrees of Aries. He's about to enter Taurus on Wednesday, I believe. And so right before our Moon Goddess retreat. So we're having our Moon Goddess retreat in Sedona this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm so excited. I'm already exhausted though, because I've been like busting ass today trying to like get everything ready, like that I have to have ready before I even get ready for the retreat, because things have to continue moving, posts have to happen and things have to get uploaded and stuff, and filmed. But I'm so excited about it. And we are going to be together during this new moon. So that's really cool. Maricela just said in the chat, in the Moon Goddess cohort, I got a one-on-one. Yeah, Jai helped me apply the laws of the universe to a personal issue in my life. It was amazing, and the goddesses were supportive. Yeah, it's gonna be. I can already see that space becoming like really powerful. So this is a strong Taurus energy. You're welcome. You've got Sun, Moon, Uranus, Vesta's right there too. Mercury, North Node, Jupiter, all of them in Taurus. And Jupiter will be at 0 degrees because it's going to move into in like a couple of days. We're going to actually be having a special workshop in the Starseed membership for Taurus, Jupiter in Taurus. We're going to talk about what it means, where it is in your chart. What does that mean? How does it affect us? How long of a transit is it? What is it going to do while it's in Taurus? Like, what are some of the important aspects that it's going to be doing while it's transiting through Taurus? And this helps us understand where we can manifest and expand in our lives, because that's what Jupiter does. He's the biggest planet and he expands everything he touches. So he's a part of the stellium. I mean, he's at 0, so he's not conjunct the new moon, but he's right there in Taurus. And a stellium is 3 or more planets in the same sign. And there's a lot, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's kind of a cool number. 7 planets in Taurus. So all of these frequencies will bring in their flair. Uranus brings in, the desire for change and revolution and shift. Vesta, the keeper of the sacred flame, and this Taurus energy is very, very Hathor. This is a Venusian starseed or a Venusian stargate for this new moon happening in Taurus. You've got Mercury, the mind, our thoughts aligning, right? Mercury just went direct yesterday. Thank the Lord. But still, this is the mind, our activation, knowing, pondering. North Node, our destiny, what we're supposed to be focusing on collectively, and Jupiter just expanding everything and bringing a lot of auspicious energy into the realm of manifesting the most beautiful life, the most amazing thing that you could ever imagine. So all of this is very exciting. The minute that, this moon, if you can see here, I'll show you a little bit wider view. It's making a trine to Pluto. It's like a couple of degrees away from an exact trine to Pluto. And that's good. That's good harmonious energy. This basically adds depth, but I just heard thunder. Adds depth and deeper understanding. And because Pluto's retrograde, it is a reflective kind of energy, reflecting on change, shift, transformation, and knowing that there's something beautiful when you do dive deep into surrender into the change. And there's a lot of change frequency that goes on with this new moon. I'm going to continue to reveal and show you where that is and why that's happening. But this trine to Pluto will bring in those harmonious frequencies. And I love that, because if we had a hard aspect to Pluto, it would feel very intense. But because this is a harmonious aspect to Pluto, we're going to feel in a way, supported or more in the flow, even though we are in a very deep, powerful portal of change and transformation and transmutation and mutation during this time. So the other thing that's happening is there's a sextile to Mars in Cancer. And so we're looking at over here, Mars will be at 29 Cancer. I mean, that he's that close to entering Leo. I just recorded the Leo video for the membership, but it's not going to go out until Sunday. But Mars is about to enter Leo. So finishing Cancer, this is intense emotional energy, the most, I guess, emotional you could say of Cancer, but so ready to be done with Cancer and ready to move into Leo. So we're ready to be done with the water energy with Mars and then enter into fire. So there's antsiness. I feel like Mars is getting antsy. during this time. But a sextile is about positive action or directed action towards positive change. It's where you put your motivation and where you put your drive. 29 degrees of Cancer is emotional. So you need to pay attention to how you feel, because we have a little bit more of this energy until Mars actually officially enters Leo. So you have to pay attention to how you feel, but you have to try not to act. From the wisdom of learning the emotions is to try not to act or react to the emotions, but respond in like a healthy way. And that's what Mars is teaching us here. So it's a sextile. So this is a good thing, but you can see that Mars is already starting to make an opposition to Pluto. And that's one of the things that I talk about in the video, because that transit's going to be gnarly. Oh my God. 0 Leo opposing 0 Aquarius, and it's Mars and Pluto, which are the god of war and the god of the underworld, and, you know, making a T-square to Jupiter exactly at 0 and to the nodes. I mean, it's just crazy. There's like grand square energy. So if we dive into all like the crazy aspects that are going on between Mars, Pluto, and Jupiter, we can go down a rabbit hole that doesn't feel good. So I want to focus on Taurus stuff, because that is a transit that we're also going to be feeling at the same time. But if we can navigate through this more successfully by knowing all the things that it's affecting. Right. Yeah. Speaking the truth. Right. So there's also Venus. Venus at this point is very close to the Sirius star. She's actually going to be on Sirius, which is the star of goddess Isis, while we're at the retreat, which is one of the reasons why I think all the astrology of this moment in time is like super epic for us to gather. But Venus is very close, 2 degrees from Sirius, and Sirius is about intuition, understanding our emotions, and receiving information through whatever mode of communication is the strongest for you. Clairvoyance, clairsentience, clairaudience. It's connecting to the Sirius star of goddess Isis in ancient Egypt. So wisdom from ancient Egypt also comes through this energy. The moon is also going to be making a sextile to Neptune. That's more intuition. It's actually beautiful, because Neptune is also making a trine to Mars. So there's a lot of trines, but don't worry, there's enough squares. Hello, Alejandra, to activate change. Hello, Ping. Welcome in. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. So there's enough squares and enough trines to have both harmonious energy, but also energy that is pushing you towards change and pushing you towards shifting. I already mentioned the square to Jupiter and the opposition to Pluto from Mars. So all of those are significant. But what's actually cool, before I forget, is that the ruler of this moon is Venus. And Venus being on Sirius, or just 2 degrees from Sirius, is actually really beautiful, because we not only have a moon in Taurus, which is the Empress, or like the Queen of Pentacles, or Hathor, goddess Hathor, but we have the ruler of this moon in the sign of Cancer, which is the moon goddess and the high priestess. And hello, Venus, welcome in. And goddess Isis. So there's a lot of goddess, sacred divine feminine energies really powerfully activated. And there's still a lot of water. There's Cancer in Venus, Mars in Cancer, Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, all those things. You know, the water energy is very present, but we are in Earth, right? Very strong Earth at 28 degrees of Taurus. So those are sort of the important aspects to look at in terms of the astrology. In terms of the stargates, here's where it gets really cool. At 26 degrees of Taurus is a star called Algol. At 0 degrees of Gemini is a star called Alcyone. Any planet that moves from 26 of Taurus through 0 degrees of Gemini goes through this portal that I call from darkness to light. Why do I call it from darkness to light? Because 26 degrees Algol is the Medusa star, the dark goddess. Some astrologers call it the demon star. Like, no joke. It's like legit the darkness. So we enter here. The sun does this every year, but it only does it once a year. We're actually going to be at the retreat during this entire portal. I'm laughing because I'm like, I'm just going to stay like open and surrendered to the flow. But we will be moving from darkness to light, which is actually beautiful. It's like the most beautiful theme that you could ever think of. And I didn't really plan it, you know? I never do that. It's always intuitive the way like retreats or events like show up for me. It's like I plan them, then I'm like, oh my God, look at the day that I chose, you know? So we're going to be in this portal from darkness to light. At the point of the new moon, we're like right in the thick of it, but we're right in the middle. So it's not the dark and not the light. It's like the middle path, the Buddha, right? But we are so close to Alcyon, which is what? The Pleiades. And the Pleiades are like bliss, joy, light, like the brightest of light, the highest of frequency. It's like pure love. And the Pleiades are very, very like sensitive beings. So there are like light, you know, they're like pure light. And I'm seeing the color pink. But it's like heart energy, light, pink light. Oh, hey, that's actually high heart energy. Yeah, I associate pink with the high heart chakra, which is het, the contemplation, from ham het hum, the inhalation, the contemplation, and the exhalation. Or basically like the chakra above the head, the high heart chakra, and the chakra below the feet. The high heart chakra is the connection to me. I'm feeling it very strongly with the Pleiadian energy. So it's like an elevated heart frequency. It's not even heart. It's like elevated heart. That's why I call this from darkness to light. Because the minute that the sun hits 0 degrees of Gemini, which is also going to happen while we're at the retreat, we literally enter the light at the end of the tunnel. It's a powerful moment. And we just so happen to have a new moon here, right in the middle of it. 26, 27, 28, 29, 0. You know, so this is huge because this gives us an opportunity. It's a new moon, which gives us an opportunity to set an intention for how we really want to transmute the shadows, right? The darkness is the shadow. The light is the gift. We're going to talk about what is the shadow and the gift that we're working through within this realm. Raven mentioned it earlier, but that's the transmutation. So we're setting an intention and we're like working with it consciously to transmute this specific shadow into its gift. And we will be doing that together at the retreat, which is like freaking amazing. And by the way, I'm not going to be doing a live ceremony on the global community, but I will be posting the reading, the tarot card reading. So you want to be in the community to get that reading. It'll be posted on the day of the new moon. But yeah, from darkness to light, Alcyon, Pleiades, magical portal. So this is a powerful, powerful, powerful energy that we are literally getting ready to dive into. So what I want to do next is go over the Sabian symbol and the Chandra symbol and then the gene key. So we can actually look more deeply into what is the shadow that we are working with right now within this portal. It's very specific because there is this full moon happening right here. So the Sabian symbol, let us find it. Okay. Moses confronts the Pharaoh over the enslavement of the Jews. The Pharaoh threatens to kill him for his insolence, but Moses proceeds with his argument undeterred. This is moral or political leadership. This is moral courage. This is being willing to live and die for one's beliefs. Confronting social injustice despite personal risk. Penetrating people's thick skulls and getting them to see the light. Messianic intensity. This is driving home a point. The need to stop arguing long enough to make an emotional connection with others. This is about listening to other people's stories and learning what it is like to walk in their shoes. This is finding an older mentor who can clarify one's understanding of the world. Passionate oratory service of the common man. Compulsion to exercise one's beliefs in everyday life. Being crucified by the truth. Damn. Accepting an inescapable spiritual duty. Conflict between their sense of duty and their need for personal freedom. Need to make time for their personal life. That's powerful. Wow. The Chandra symbol. Let's go to that one. A man amuses himself by drawing strange shapes. A man amuses himself by drawing strange shapes. Crystallized imagination. The inside of the inside, remembered and evoked whimsically. There is no form, no pattern, no binding reality. Dreaming the world into being from a greatly bemused stance. Other. Twinkling observer, witness consciousness. Off on tangents that call a life, a cycle, a realm set aside for inventive play without boundaries. You feel exultant in the freedom, swept away beautifully, answerable to nobody and nothing except the muse. Oh my God. That was epic. I freaking love that. That is so cool. This is going to be a really cool new moon. And the gene key for this moon is the 8th gene key, which is called the diamond of the self. Like, how freaking beautiful is that? This gene key moves from the shadow of mediocrity to the gift of style and the city of exquisiteness. And it's referred to as the eternal love knot. Okay, so I'm really curious to find out more about this gene key. So we're going to read about this diamond of the self, the eternal love knot. The 8th city of exquisiteness is the natural revelation and manifestation of all the citic states. Each city is holographic in the sense of being reflected within all the other cities. Exquisiteness is experienced when the divine essence begins to shine through the individual. From darkness to light. In this superlative state of bliss, you fall in love with your own pristine manifestation because it is through this uniqueness that the divine currents can be accessed. Exquisiteness hints at a beauty that is beyond all words. You shine like a diamond in the heart of creation, and wherever you look, you see other diamonds in various states of clarity, each one unique and each one exquisite and incomparable. Oh my God. At this rarefied level of consciousness, where all levels paradoxically cease, you come to realize the great joke of individuality and differentiation. Despite its exquisiteness, individuality is an optical illusion created by the mind. You experience yourself riding in a genetic vehicle that is unique, but your being rests in the consciousness field behind all differentiated forms. This is the stage at which you achieve transcendence of your genetics. You remain differentiated at the level of form, but at the collective universal level, your awareness permeates all forms, making you both a drop in the ocean as well as the ocean itself. Your true nature is wildness. There is no taming where the divine is concerned, and thus this state of exquisiteness sees through mankind's many veils. All systems break down under this wild, ebullient energy that comes straight from the source of creation. The few who have manifested this city have been as fleeting and beautiful as light playing through clouds. Life never repeats itself, and they are never the same from moment to moment. and every single second they are new. This is the origin and meaning of the famous Zen saying, "You can never step in the same river twice." The saying points to the truth of the eighth city, the truth of human nature. Like water, it is always moving, changing, and evolving, but the river itself is unchanging, and the river is consciousness. People in whom this truth is reflected shine as bright lights amidst the gray background of history. The great avatars and sages who walked among us express the true nature of this city. Our most common mistake lies in trying to emulate such people, which immediately takes us away from our own uniqueness and drops us back into the shadow of mediocrity. The people of the eighth city are not leaders, they are examples. They do not want anyone to follow or mimic them. Wherever such people see the inauthentic or imitative, their very nature exposes its ugliness. Because of this trait, they have a very powerful liberating effect on individuals. At the same time, they are often criticized and spurned by society. Like Socrates, they wish for people to find their own answers and their own questions. This very presence acts as a light to free individuals from structured systems. Their language is the language of the rebel, and they use beauty as a means to reflect an individual's true nature. They are not limited to any single form of expression, but will play with science or art, yoga or tantra, logic or poetry, since to them, all expressions can be a means to display the exquisiteness of the divine in form. To the person immersed in the blissfulness of this eighth city, all life is absolutely clear. This clarity, moreover, is paradoxically found in the very uncertainty and wildness of life. These people leave no tracks for others to follow. They know life as a rush of contradictions and mysteries never designed or to be solved. As an aspect of the genetic family known as the ring of water, the city of exquisiteness is chemically bonded to the second city of unity. These are the two great feminine gene keys in the human genome, drawing all human beings along their inevitable journey to self-realization. One of the great mysteries of the 21 codon rings is found here. The ring of water forms a kind of eternal genetic knot with its polarity, the ring of fire. These two chemical families and their amino acids, phenylalanine and lysine, move us human beings along the trajectory of our destinies, ensuring that our genetic material finds its opposite match. Even deep within the body, these chemical families set the primal blueprint for the balance of all the opposing forces inside us. It is the crossfire of these two codon rings that the mystical figure of 8 is forged within each of us. This eternal love knot, deep within our planetary gene pool, sets each man and each woman squarely on the human journey. The true symbolism of the number 8 represents the timeless quest for the buried treasure that lies inside each of us, that elusive diamond of our true nature. People of the 8th city sparkle like exquisite rare jewels. Such people create their path as they walk it. Their legacy to the world is to dismantle all concepts of how one should live or what one needs to do in order to attain any particular state. These are the only people who are not strangers in the world, since they are inside existence itself. To them, the only outsiders in the world are those who look outside themselves for guidance or definition. And the only strangers in the world are those who spend their lives in imitation of someone else, because that is what makes them strangers unto themselves. These people give you no hope of following them at all. The only thing they give the world is their own exquisite lovingness, their absolute delight in being abandoned to the mystery itself, with no need for method or meaning. Theirs is the rush of existence, the aching pulse of the passing moment, of the boundless joy that can only come from touching the core of your own existence. Wow. The diamond of the self. So in this from darkness to light portal, we are transmuting the shadow of mediocrity to the gift of style, to the city of exquisiteness. So this is about going beyond our comfort zone. This is about being our full, unique selves. And in that way, creating this beautiful eternal love knot that connects us to everything, to the all. Wow. So it's going to be a powerful weekend. It's going to be kind of crazy. I can't wait to see what unfolds for us as we co-create the retreat experience in Sedona. But tomorrow I will be going live again and talking about the human design. So the human design, just a little glimpse for tomorrow, is the 8th gate, which is found in the throat center. And it's connected to the 1st gate, which is found in the G center. So the throat is the center of manifestation expression. The G center is the center of identity and direction, the magnetic monopole. This channel, the 1-8, is called the channel of inspiration. How beautiful is that? And the 8th gate is known as the gate of contribution or holding together. So tomorrow we're going to dive into what all that means and how that is affecting us individually. You have to look at where you have the 1st and the 8th gate, and if you have them defined or not, and we'll go more into detail about that tomorrow. But I feel like this new moon is very special, especially because it's coming at us right after eclipse season. We just had a fucking gnarly eclipse in Scorpio. Before that, we had a new moon eclipse in Aries at 29 degrees. And now we're like officially closing that kind of window with this new moon in Taurus. And now we're into the journey of the 6 months between this eclipse season and the next one. So this moon kind of closes it by guiding us through the journey of like from darkness to light, like the full transmutation of the shadow into the gift. So collectively, we're working on the shadow of mediocrity, moving to the gifts of style and the city of exquisiteness. Individually, we'll be working on our own individual shadow. And I feel like it's what's in the way of you being fully you. What's in the way of you transmuting your shadows, your personal individual shadows, so that you can more fully step into your uniqueness, your style, your individuality. But not that which separates you from others, but that which actually connects you to everyone, is our own individual wisdom that comes from within. That's why it's the diamond of the self. I can't freaking wait for this weekend. I can't wait to do this together. I am super excited about it. Thank you guys all for being a part of this community. Please join us in the global community. There's a link below that shows you how to join. Just create your account. I would download the app because it's really cool to have it on your phone, but you can also access through the website. And enjoy this freaking new moon. Set your intentions. How do you want to step more into the diamond of yourself? Yes. Yeah. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Exactly. So again, thank you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to dive into the human design and have some fun with that. And then on Wednesday, I'll be doing mini readings, and you can get on the list anytime between now and Wednesday. And I can do readings that are focused on the energy of the new moon and maybe where it's happening for you or how it's affecting you. So check that out if you would like a mini reading. Also, before we leave, this is what I was like, I'm missing something. I'm having a sale right now, a Mother's Day sale. And so I have my extended starseed reading on sale, half off. I have Atlantean astrology reading on sale, half off. And I have my Akashic record readings on sale, half off. And everything in the Etsy store is half off. And this goes through the 17th. So through Wednesday. So go check that out on my website. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. You can comment down below. But yep, here we go. Another journey. Remember too that the moon this week is waning. And so that starts to go to take the inward direction. Instead of outward, you go inward. So it's actually an intense time because it's going to be a really powerful new moon, especially with the dark moon happening as the sun enters the portal, and then the new moon coming as the light coming back. Like, it's just crazy. Like, the actual moon is doing this, going from darkness to light. And we'll literally enter into the energy with the dark moon and have our new moon, and then exit, like enter the light with the crescent moon. So it's just amazing. You're welcome, Fernanda. All right, you guys. And you're welcome, Jill, and everybody. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Sat Nam.